Yes, hello there. Today I'd like to, I just saw the Avengers trailer, which, just came out, and I figured, what the hell? Why not explain what this new Marvel Cinematic Universe needs to have? Now, I have here a little bit of a list of things I've written down, I've thought of, things that might be in the Avengers, things that should be in the Avengers, and, here they are. First, the Skrulls. They really should be in this series. And so far, like I've been dropping huge hints that the Skrulls are going to be in this series, in the Avengers movie, but they haven't been clear. They tell you that Loki has established some sort of army, but they're not really giving you what army. But the Avengers trailer did have some strange purple lasers and a lot of characters looking up, so that's maybe a little bit of a hint there. Another reason I think maybe that they're gonna be in there anyway is because there were a bunch of these character Avengers character posters that were on, and they, show everybody looking pretty badass, all kind of staying next to each other if you put it all together. But one of the picture people really kind of stood out to me. Her leg, this is girl in the Nick Fury picture, and she's the farthest to the right. She's kind of kneeling down, and one of her legs is like huge, like her other leg is like this, but then the other leg is like bam. And I did some research and found out that this character inside the comic books is, in fact, a Skrull, which could be, a huge kind of because it is way too big of a thing for somebody who drew it or people who made sure he drew it right not to notice. So there's that. Oh, and the other thing, the THQ and some other company were making a Blue Tongue, I think, were making an Avenger game, and one of the enemies inside of it were the Skrulls. So, oh, why not? Why not have a Shield show? Not a TV show, because really, what are you gonna do for a Shield movie? Have Nick Fury fighting a bunch of superpowered weirdos? No, but Shield could work as a TV show where if you establish a couple more things, which I've put in this list, they really could have a creature or entity or whatever of the week, and have it believed. Don't focus on the Avengers at all, but just Shield characters. Create maybe a whole new character, maybe uh, a group who's just joined in as the stuff's beginning. That'd be kind of cool. Ant-Man and Wasp. I'm really surprised that they didn't have these characters in there because they're kind of like a founding Avengers. But I have read rumors, read pieces of information that said that Ant-Man was supposed to Ant-Man. There was an email from Ant-Man in one of the movies, but it was deleted because they weren't sure if they were going to have him wanted to have him in this universe or not. I want to say it was in Thor because Captain America's way too, it's a period piece. I didn't freaking have an email back then. But that'd be cool. And a side note, Edgar Wright's actually been writing, has this been developing a Ant Man movie, and rumor is it was going to be kind of like a spy movie, which you know, his gadget could be the shrinking suit, and Wasp's suit could be same shrinking suit, but like the lasers that she's supposed to have, the stings could be like drilling laser drills. Spider-Man, Marvel's biggest hero. And a lot of people are really pissed that he's already not in there, but you know, I'm going to say this a lot during this, but most of the most of the Marvel comic characters are still split up among the other companies. Yeah, Disney owns Marvel, but all the contracts aren't up yet. Like Spider-Man is still owned by Columbia Pictures. So is Ghost Rider. Fox still owns X-Men. I think they just lost Fantastic Four. There was a third one, but I mean, all of the names are still pretty split up, which means you won't get bigger other characters in this for a long time, including a couple other characters I have in here. But come on, Spider-Man's what character sells the most comic books in Marvel? library each month. What character is basically the face of Marvel? What character represents the most human character in the entire Marvel universe? Mutants. So far, there are no mutants, actual mutants, in the Avenger films. Yes, there are like there are creatures like the Hulk and Abomination or whatever, but they're not natural born mutants. They were created, using science or gamma radiation or whatever bullshit they want to call it now. Having natural born mutants in there could create this whole other level of what the Avengers could fight in the future. It's then maybe you could bring up the other event which I'm about to talk about. Civil War, my personal favorite Marvel comic event. It was huge. It was controversial. It was amazing. You had characters like Captain America fighting Iron Man. Iron Man joining the side of the mutant registration, which would tie into the mutant thing. It would have, oh my god, all these characters in there fighting and choosing which side they want to be with. They want to be registered but under the government's control, or free to do what they want and not, be mindlessly under someone's control. It would be a great event that I think Marvel should adapt one day. And, but if they ever do it, they'll probably do it just like with the DC animated movies. But it'd be nice if we got a live action version of that, even if it was less characters than you'd expect. Galactus. No, yeah, Galactus is a big Fantastic Four villain. But can you really think of a bigger thing for the Avengers to fight one day? I mean, a planet-eating creature, not a cloud like in the movie Fantastic Four 2, or a poo monster like in like Green Lantern as in Parallax, but more or less a smarter, less goofy looking version of Galactus from the comic books. Stan Lee. Now, Stan Lee has made it a big effort to show up, you know, in all of the more kid-friendly Marvel movies. Not the Punisher films, but that's because those were more or less rated R. Punisher Warzone was terrible. I hate Punisher Warzone. But yeah, Stan Lee, who maybe about a year and a half ago, maybe it was 2 years, he was in the Black Panther TV series, and he's actually a pretty good actor. I mean, the biggest thing he needs to get away from is being this, god-like character who just kind of shows up and jokes around for 3 or 4 seconds. No, put him as a main character in the Avengers films. Put him as the president, or a mayor, or a Shield member, or something. Make him a real actor. Because let's face it, he's getting up there in years, and he really deserves better than he's gotten in these Marvel movies. It's fun little cameos, but it's not real acting. And his voice is so recognizable. If he becomes a serious actor, I think that'd be great. The Black Panther, another founding Avenger character that was, interestingly enough, left out of the Avenger movies up until this point. Although, there have been some not so subtle hints that Wakanda and the Black Panther do exist. At some point in Iron Man 2, they mention Wakanda. I'm not sure where, but it's somewhere in there. I'll have to watch Iron Man 2 again. It's my least favorite of the Avenger films right now. It just feels kind of lazy and was just thrown to make the Avengers seem better. I don't know. But, yeah. But in Captain America, actually, Captain America's shield is rightly made of vibranium, which only comes from Wakanda. So hopefully the Marvel directors can get off this whole being racist thing and bring this character who could totally just bring a whole other, oh my, it's just a whole other level of I say it's like a whole other level of storytelling. Like, I mean, you can't, up until this point, there's no Marvel movie that seriously tackles things like racism. And I know it sounds bad, when I'm going at, but could, picture the Avengers, an attack happening in Wakanda, and the Avengers come in, and Black Panther refuses, but his entire world is being crumbling around him. It could make for some cool stuff. And I already mentioned, no, I know I already mentioned him, but the Punisher. Why couldn't the Punisher exist in this universe where regular humans can be superheroes, such as Hawkeye or Black Widow, or Fury, who means human, but whatever. Why couldn't he exist? I mean, Disney, well, Marvel, not Disney so much, but Marvel has expressed interest in rebooting this character again. The problem, oh my god, this Marvel cannot treat this character right. I mean, the Fantastic Four at least got better. I mean, it wasn't they're not the best movies, but they got progressively better as they went along. But the Punisher movies, they went from bad to okay to worse. And by worse, I mean just generally unpleasant to watch. Um, yeah, I mean, have him hunt the Avengers. Have somebody hire him to hunt these people because it's believed that they're trying to become gods and take over everything. Can make for some cool drama there. Alternate universes. Yeah. Both the DC, Marvel, and the Marvel universes have created alternate timelines, locations, and generally universes that have happened. Why not introduce some other places like the Noir universe or the 2099 universe? Have little, some sort of portals that go into these worlds. It could be some really cool stuff there. Hell, even what if that universe flashed into the Marvel Cinematic Universe flashed into our universe, and we watch them, and they realize that they're nothing more than movie characters. That that's stuff there. And the last thing you need